people don't have the slightest idea what's going on. We have to begin at the beginning. Get out! Now, where was I?
Once upon a time.
Right. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful kingdom ruled by a kind king and queen who lived in the kingdom of Witchwood Underoos.
Witchwood Underoos?
Yes, Witchwood Underoos.
That's a silly name for a kingdom.
Well, yes, I agree. It is a silly name for a kingdom, but it is its name nevertheless.
Okay.
May I continue?
Please do.
Once there was a girl named Cinderella. Cinderella lived with her.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair!
Did I say the girl was named Rapunzel? Well, no. Her name is Cinderella. It says so right here.
Oh yeah, Cinderella, evil stepmother and cruel stepsisters. I know all about that.
Ha! Look who knows so much. It's cruel stepmother and evil stepsisters.
Hey Rapunzel, you can drag your hair back up now.
May I continue?
Yes, sorry.
Cinderella had to spend her days scrubbing and cleaning, when what she really wanted to do was
Surf the internet.
It doesn't say anything here about surfing the internet.
But I like to surf the net, play video games and...
Okay. The point is she was stuck inside cleaning all day, and this is her story.
I want those floors to sparkle, Cinderella.
Yes, stepmother.
And when you finish that, you can do my math homework.
Yes, Esmeralda.
And when you finish that, you can polish my bowling trophy.
Yes, Ethel. Hey, what about Bob?
No, I'm sure there's nobody in here named Bob.
Sorry I'm late. Sorry, everybody. I know I have it somewhere.
The story of Twinderella.
Twinderella?
Yes, so you see, if you only tell them about Cinderella, you're only telling them half the story. I'm here to tell the other half, the story of Bob. Bob lived with his evil stepfather and his cruel stepbrothers. What he really wanted to do was, well, see for yourself.
I want that sweater you knit to fit me perfectly, Bob.
Yes, stepfather.
And when you finish that, you can organize my sock drawer. And when you finish that, you can alphabetize the recipe box and refinish the living room floor and replace the window panes in the bedroom. And then you can make a dried herbery for the front door from Martha Stewart Living.
Yes,
I wish I could go hang out in the chat room.
I'll give you a chat room. Get to work on that math homework.
I wish I could go outside and play baseball. Baseball? Why, no one can play baseball like my Mortimer and Egbert.
But Mortimer hasn't caught a single fly ball, and Egbert hasn't had a single hit all season.
The umpires are blind. The sun was in my eyes.
Come on, boys, we don't want to be late for the game. You stay here, Bob. You still have the sock story night.
Yeah, and after that you can cut some firewood.
But we have a gas furnace!
So you see, things weren't going very well for Bob.
Or for Cinderella.
Until one day,
I beg your pardon.
until one day,
That's how it always goes in fairy tales.
things were miserable for Cinderella and Bob until one day. Yeah, so why don't you just skip to one day?
You want us to skip to one day?
Yes!
Well, we'll need some help if we're going to skip that far. Let's try Cinderella.
And Bob.
Yes, Cinderella and Bob were very sad.
Until one day.
Why don't you kids get out of the way? This show is taking on a life of its own.
Sure, so long as we can come back. We'll be listening from backstage.
Call us if you need us.
Right, you can count on us.
Delivery for Mrs. Cruel's stepmother. Would that be you, young lady?
No, but I can sign for it.
You'll do no such thing. Go outside and rotate the tires in the Suburban. Mrs. Cruel's stepmother. How'd you know? Special delivery for you, ma'am, from the Royal Palace in Witchwood Under Ooze. Witchwood Under Ooze? Why, thank you. Girls, come quickly. It's from Witchwood Under Ooze. Witchwood Under Ooze? What is it?
It's the capital of the kingdom, silly. You really should study geography.
Get on the floor, Cinderella. You belong.
You're not... Well, because... Read it to us, Mother.
Mrs. Cruel's stepmother and her evil daughters are cordially invited to a ball to honor the birthday of Princess Petunia Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Regrets only.
I regret that I can't get this brush out of my hair.
And I regret that I have painful bunions on my feet.
A ball! Awesome! I can't wait!
Excuse me, Cinderella, I hate to interrupt your beautiful dancing, but did you pay any attention to the invitation? Mrs. Cruel's stepmother and her evil daughters, are you evil? I really don't think so.
She could be evil even if she tried.
I'm sorry, Cinderella, I guess you'll just have to stay home and program the VCR. Now, girls, you have a lot of shopping to do if we're going to be ready by Saturday night. I need to go to Gap and Bath & Body Works.
And Limited Too, and I'm coming.
Did you hear that? Princess Petunia is having a birthday ball.
And she's invited all the young ladies in the kingdom.
Well, not quite all. Not Cinderella.
Of course not Cinderella.
That would sort of ruin the plot if Cinderella got invited and just went along with her cruel stepsisters.
The stepmother is cruel. The stepsisters are evil.
Whatever. My point is, if she just goes to the ball, then there's no fairy godmother.
Shh, they don't know about the fairy godmother yet.
Oh, I'm sure. Like they haven't read Cinderella.
But what about Bob? He doesn't care anything about going to a ball.
That's right. What we need is some plot development. Hey, wake up! How about some plot development here?
Oh, sorry. How's this?
Rapunzel, let down your hair!
No.
Sleeping Beauty, I've come to your rescue!
No.
Mirror, mirror on the wall? No! Look! Here comes Spot and Blue. I'm Spot. Get out of here!
Hello? Is anyone here?
Actually, everyone's here. I just thought it might increase the dramatic tension if everyone didn't show up right away.
Well, I've got a lot of deliveries to make tonight, so I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Come in, Bob. Where does she expect me to find Fiddle at this time of year?
Mr. Evil's stepmother?
No, I'm Bob. Mr. Evil's stepfather is my evil stepfather.
Well, whoever you are, can you sign for this letter? The special delivery from the Royal Palace in Witchwood Under Ooze. Somebody still has to sign for it.
Sign for the letter, Bob. You know I'm far too busy.
Apparently they didn't teach him how to write his name at the Evil Academy.
Boys, come inside for a minute. It's a letter from Witchwood Underoos.
What is it? A tax notice? A credit card offer? Do we have overdue library books?
It's up. Perhaps you'll let Bob read it. He needs to practice his public speaking.
In celebration of Prince Percy's birthday, we are having an all-kingdom baseball game. Mr. Evil's stepfather and her schoolboys are invited to an all-kingdom baseball game. Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Please bring your own glove and cleats. Regrets only.
I regret that I never learned to catch a fly ball. I regret that I always run the bases backward.
Baseball game. Hot dog. I can hardly wait.
Just a minute there, mister. Didn't it say Mr. Evil's stepfather and his cruel boys?
Yes.
And are you cruel?
I once saw him rescue a cat stuck up in a tree. When I knocked down kids at school, Bob helped them back up.
I'm sorry, my boy, but you are not cruel. You can stay here and floss my dentures. Boys, do it up!
Now can I send out the fairy godmother? If you don't, this play's gonna get boring in a hurry.
All right, you can send her out. But you have to start sobbing first, Cinderella.
Whatever you say.
What's wrong, my child?
Don't make me explain. The audience already had to sit through it once.
In that case, let's get down to business. Now, what are you? About a size 10?
About that.
Fine. There do any small animals I can enchant. If I'm going to get you to Witchwood Underoos dressed for the ball by 8 o'clock, I'm going to need some help.
Esmeralda has some gerbils she's using for a science experiment.
Perfect. Let's go get them.
Fairy Godfather? Excuse me for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Fairy Godfather, you're on.
I ain't putting on no wings and that's final.
Fine, forget about the fairy part, but be a godfather, but get on stage. Right, I think we're ready to continue.
Oh, my godson, what is it that has caused you such sadness?
You're supposed to be crying.
Sorry.
Try again.
Bob, my godson, what is it that has caused you such sadness?
Prince Percy's hosting a baseball game, Godfather, and I'm not allowed to go.
This prince, you want I should, take care of her for you?
No, I like the prince. It's just, well, maybe I wondered if you could enchant some animals, and then they could help you make me a baseball uniform. Then you could cast a spell over some produce to turn into a carriage, and then it would take me to Witchwood Underoos.
You gotta be kidding me. You kidding me? Just kidding me, right? If you ain't kidding me, we got a problem here.
He wants to go to the ball game.
You wanna go to the ball game?
Do I want to go to the ball game?
Isn't that what I just asked you?
Well, of course I want to go to the ball game.
You wanna go to the baseball game? I'll take you to the baseball game. That is not a problem. But I ain't doing no enchantment, and I ain't messing with no produce.
Well, if you know another way.
Vicky! Godson, I would like to meet Mickey, my chauffeur, and Vicky, my personal tailor.
Very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Bob. Likewise. What can I do for you, Mr. Bob?
He needs a baseball uniform.
Who do you like, kids? Sox or the Yankees?
Witchwood Underoos Princes.
No kidding?
I'll need to take a few measurements, Mr. Bob. Will you be requiring a hat?
Absolutely.
A glove?
I sure will.
How about sneakers?
Sneakers and socks.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
What is it?
This kid has the biggest feet I've ever seen in my life.
You got a problem with that?
No, sir, no problem. Come with us, Mr. We've got a problem. A big problem. 2 big, 3 problems.
What are you talking about?
You know those enchanted gerbils?
Are they big enough?
Oh, they're big enough. That's not the problem.
Then what is it?
It's their attitudes. I never knew gerbils could be so
Intelligent?
Happy?
Insightful?
sarcastic. Here they come.
Let's get out of here.
Have you ever heard of anything like this? I know. 1 minute I'm sitting there enjoying being a victim of a medical experiment conducted by a cruel stepsister. Actually, she was an evil stepsister. Whatever. And the next minute, I'm expected to sew a ball gown and drag a pumpkin all the way to Witchwood Under Ooze.
To be fair, Witchwood Unders is just back behind this curtain.
This could turn you. This could turn you. Sorry.
Do you have a pumpkin?
Couldn't you just walk to Witchwood Under Ooze? The narrative says it's just back there.
You're missing the point. She has to make an entrance, and you can't make an entrance on foot.
Oh yeah, bragging on a pumpkin will make a real good impression.
An enchanted pumpkin.
Potato, potato.
Can these enchanted gerbils really turn into a beautiful ball gown?
Oh sure, we can do anything. We're gerbil. While we're at it, what if we just enchant you so Prince Percy will fall in love with you? Yeah, and then we'll enchant the pigs outside so they can fly.
Don't worry, Cinderella. When I wave my wand, you'll be ready for the ball. And if these 2 gerbils won't take you, I'll just put them in the cage with Ethel's pet python.
Good evening, Miss Cinderella. I will be your gerbil this evening. May I get you anything besides the ball gown and carriage?
Well, I always wanted a pair of glass slippers.
Glass slippers? Is she out of her mind? Remember! Python! Oh yes, of course. Glass slippers. Well, they'll look splendid on you.
All right, everybody backstage.
Can't you just zap me right here?
I don't think so. First of all, I have to zap you out of what you're wearing right now before I can zap you into your ball gown. Do you really want that happening right here in front of everybody?
I get your point.
You 2, see if you can help Cinderella out and try to find a pumpkin.
But...
How good are your snake charming skills? Now, you all sit tight. I'll have the new and improved Cinderella back in a flash. Bippity boppity bye bye. Oops, sorry about that.
Hurry up!
Coming.
Well, that's that. My godson is on his way to the baseball game. Rats! I forgot to tell him about the deadline.
Well, that was somewhat embarrassing. Oh well, at least Cinderella's on her way to the ball. Goodness gracious! I forgot to tell her what happens at midnight!
dance floor showing them my moves.
Children, there's a simple solution to this problem.
What?
Well, I'm not sure there is a simple solution, isn't there, dear?
Honestly, sometimes I wonder how you ever get your shoes tied, much less run a kingdom.
I tie his shoes for Your Majesty. Yes, he does them in double knots every morning, so I don't.
That's nice, dear. The solution to the children's problem is that Percy shall spend part of the evening at the dance, and Petunia part of the evening playing baseball.
But don't we need a royal decree to do that, dear?
You're the king, Roger. You can issue a royal decree.
That's right, I can. Well then, children, I've solved the problem. You may thank me now, children.
Thank you, Mother. You're welcome.
Are we going somewhere?
To prepare for the ball, Your Majesty, the Duke will need to tie our shoes with extra care.
Very well, off we go.
Hey, buddy, has the baseball game started yet?
My name is not Buddy, it's Percy, and no, the game begins at 8 o'clock.
My watch is set for jersey time. Is there a clock in this place?
Right there. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go before my father throws out the first pitch.
And I had better find my godson before midnight, or we will have a problem on our hands with which I will not be pleased.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me if the ball has begun yet? I'm searching for my goddaughter.
You too? I myself am searching for my godson. Warn him about what will happen at midnight.
What a remarkable coincidence! I must warn my goddaughter about what will happen at midnight.
It's too bad there are no narrators around. They could warn the children for us.
Well, as I always say, there's no use crying over spilled non-dairy soy-based milk-flavored product. We best go find the children.
The show is going great.
Hey, where are the narrators?
I don't know.
I heard one of them complaining about being hungry.
Don't they know there's bake sale at intermission?
Check it out! We found a huge box of costumes backstage.
I don't think it's time to play dress up.
This is the perfect time to play dress up. We can dress up like girls who live in the kingdom and sneak into the story.
We'll get to go to the ball?
Yes!
And the baseball game?
Yes!
And be Little Red Riding Hood?
No! Come on, let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 9 innings of excitement here at the Royal Palace. What do you think will be the key to winning this game? I think everything will depend on how the first pitch is thrown out. How about you, Royal Duke? The princess hit the winning run in the last game. Can she do it again?
Well, I think what the team really needs to work on this time is defense. If they only had a good shortstop.
I play shortstop. You can't come to this ball game. You're supposed to be at home darning my socks.
And doing my income tax.
And doing something by my ring around the car.
Wait a minute. Who are you anyway?
My name is Bob, Your Majesty, and I am the best shortstop you have ever seen.
Well, Your Majesty, you cannot play unless you live in the kingdom.
I do live in the kingdom. I live with Egbert and Mortimer and my cruel stepfather.
Evil stepfather! I'm your evil stepfather! It's not that hard to remember! If he lives in the kingdom, then he's allowed to play. The invitation was to all young men of this kingdom. You play shortstop, huh?
I do.
Good. You're on my team. Let's get this game started.
Announcing the evil Miss Ethel Ethel and her equally evil sister, Esmeralda, accompanied by their mother, Miss Cruel Stepmother.
Princess Petunia, how lovely to see you.
I wish I could say the same, Madam Stepmother, but we all know that no one here at the court is more loath than your cruel self, unless perhaps it's your evil daughters.
You're too kind, Your Majesty. What's those mean?
It means, what does love mean?
I don't know, but it must be something lovely for the princess to say it to us.
Announcing, what did you say she was? I don't know, I've never seen her before. Well, announcing a beautiful young woman whom we never seen before, who rides in a pumpkin-shaped carriage pulled by giant gerbils.
Giant gerbils? Gross!
Giant gerbils? Cool! Where's young lady?
Your Majesty, I wish you a very happy birthday.
Cinderella? Ah, I see someone does know who you are. Welcome, Cinderella. A beautiful name for a beautiful young lady.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be home oiling my bicycle chain.
And scrubbing out my fishbowl.
And sharpening my nail clippers.
Silence! Do you live in this kingdom, Cinderella?
Yes, Your Majesty.
My invitation was to all the young ladies of the kingdom, and Cinderella is clearly a lady. Come join the dance.
Well, I never.
No, and I don't suppose you ever will. Musicians, let the dancing begin. Can you believe it? A boy actually asked Cinderella to dance.
He must have taken pity on her.
I'm sure the only reason no one has asked us to dance is because they're too intimidated by our beauty.
They're just afraid we'd say no. That kind of rejection can scar you for life.
It's sad, really. They must be dying to ask us. After all, the princess herself said we are the most loathed young ladies in the kingdom.
Cinderella may be dancing now, but she'll never be as loathed as we are.
It's the 7th inning stretch and we've come to join the dance.
Welcome, brother. You must tell me, who is that handsome young man?
That is Bob. He's our new shortstop.
Can he play?
He's turned 3 double plays against those 2.
I think I'm in love.
Now you must tell me, who is that remarkable young woman over there?
Her name is Cinderella, and apparently she breeds giant gerbils.
Can she dance?
So far she's danced the waltz, the jitterbug, the mambo, the tango, and the tarantella.
I think I'm in love. Why does she just stand there? Why doesn't she dance?
We haven't asked her yet.
May I have this dance? Your Majesties, it's time to return to the ball game.
I presume that Princess Petunia has her sneakers on.
Absolutely.
Then let's play ball! Would you believe it, Father? Not only is Ethel beautiful, but she's nearly as evil as you are. She couldn't be as wonderfully evil as Esmeralda. She stepped on my foot with spiked heels every time I took a step. Ethel picked my nose when I held her close. Esmeralda pulled my hair. Ethel picked my pocket.
I'm so happy. My boys are in love.
And what about you, Father? We saw you dancing as well.
Boys, I've met a woman who is nearly as cruel as I am evil. In just 5 minutes, she punched me in the stomach, called me a nincompoop, and said that she'd make my life miserable.
Father, that's wonderful!
I never thought I would knew such love. Come on, boys, let's get to the game.
Are you sure you can play with those glass slippers on?
With you cheering for me, I could play even if my slippers are made of, well, honestly, I could think of anything worse than glass.
Excuse me, miss. Might I have a word?
Certainly. Go ahead, Percy. I'll meet up with you in a minute.
I forgot to tell you the most important thing. At midnight, the spell wears off. You have to leave by then, or your dress will turn to rags, and your coat will be a pumpkin again.
Hello? Who do you think I am? I'm Cinderella. Everybody knows that Cinderella's enchantment ends at midnight. It's the oldest fairy tale in the book.
Oh, well, I didn't realize. Just be careful, my dear. You only have a few minutes to play ball.
That's all I need. Hey, Percy, wait up!
So you can dance like that and you play baseball?
Dancing is just to impress my parents. What I really love is pinch hitting on the bottom of the ninth.
I heard you hit a grand slam at last year's party.
Prince Percy tells me you're a slouch yourself. I always knew that if I ever felt, well, you know the rest. It would be with the shortstop.
What do you mean, Petunia?
You know, my dear, I've never known the children had such a wonderful time at their birthday party.
Yes, I wonder why that is.
It's because they're in love, dear. Really, you are quite dense. Haven't you been paying attention to the play?
All right, the play. Who are they in love with again?
Come along, dear. We don't want to miss the end of the game.
Come on, we can get this guy out. Give him your curveball. No. Why not? I don't have a curveball. Then give him your fastball, or your slider, or your knuckleball. I don't have any of those either. Well, just get it over the plate. Pop can't hit. It's a truly exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. Prince Percy's team is down by 1 run with 2 outs to go in the bottom of the ninth. Bob has a full count. comes the pitch. He swings and... the tying run is on first base. Princess! 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 The crowd is chanting to put Princess Petunia as a pitch hitter. And here she comes, striding to the plate. Looks like the princess might win the game again. Don't be silly. Cinderella has to be the one to win the game.
What makes you say that?
Have you looked at the program? The play is called Twinderella, not Twinder Princess. The main character is always the one to hit the home run.
What play?
I fear for the novelty of her country. I really do.
I only hope the prince marries Cinderella soon.
Here comes the pitch.
And the princess hits a long fly ball deep into left field. It's off the wall. Bob slides into third, and the princess is safe at second. A stand-up double for the princess. Well, this is an unusual move. It seems Prince Percy's taking himself out of the lineup and putting in Cinderella, and she'll be batting in, get this, ladies and gentlemen, glass slippers.
You see, Cinderella has to be the one to win the game.
All I see, the prince is so much in love that he's willing to throw out the game just to get his girlfriend under bad.
I have to speak to Bob.
What is it? I told you not to bother me here.
Something very important I forgot to tell you. You must leave this party by midnight.
What is it? Some sort of enchantment that will wear off when the clock strikes the final time?
Enchantment? No, there is no enchantment. But Nicky, my chauffeur, charges overtime after midnight. Though you're my dog's friend, there are limits to my generosity. Leave this party by midnight, and you will have no ride home.
But midnight's 15 minutes away.
Make that 1 minute. You better hope she hits a dinger. Play ball.
Cinderella swings and it's a long ball. Way back. Way back. That ball is out of here. Cinderella hits a 3-run homer. Ball crosses the plate and he keeps going.
Where's he off to in such a hurry?
And look at Cinderella. She's running the wrong way.
She's running towards the parking lot.
I thought she loved me. She even won the game for me. But then, I feel for you, my brother, for my love has run off too. You mean Bob? Yes. All hope is not lost. Look. Cinderella's glass slipper! Bob's running sneaker!
That's where it comes from not tying your laces properly.
All you have to do is search the kingdom for the man and the woman whose feet can fit inside the shoes.
Surely, my dear, everybody in the kingdom has feet.
Honestly, Roger, Father, don't you ever read fairy tales? Let the search begin!
Well, how is everyone?
Enjoying the story, are we?
Now, when we last saw Cinderella and Bob, they had just been transformed so they could attend the party for the prince and princess. Wait, stop! What is it?
We've done the ballroom scene already.
Without us?
And the baseball scene.
The whole thing?
Dancing, baseball game.
Glass slipper, muddy sneaker?
Everything. But we just ran out to get some burgers.
We were coming right back.
Wait a minute. Why are you all dressed like that?
We snuck into the story.
You didn't.
We did. It's great. Come on, we found costumes for you too.
Costumes? For us?
You can go to the wedding.
Shh, they don't know about the wedding yet.
Yes, they do. Remember how the show started?
You know how I love weddings.
We can't.
We could. They obviously don't need us.
This is very unorthodox.
Come on, live a little.
I can't. You go.
Without you, I couldn't.
You must.
This is very dramatic.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find us.
Sorry about that, folks. Now, where were we? The prince and princess sent out a royal decree for all the young people in the kingdom to come to the royal palace and try on the glass slipper and muddy sneaker. But things weren't going very well with the search.
I don't understand. Why can't we just order the shoes in another size? I know glass slipper site on the internet that has free delivery.
My dear, the only thing we need to order in another size is a brain for you.
Quite right, my love. My genius is a bit overpowering for most people. So far, we tried the glass slipper on 4,632 feet, and not one of them is smaller for its bit.
And so far, we've tried on the muddy sneaker on 4,643 feet. Not one of them is big enough. Don't keep things this long.
I will never buy my princess. I will never buy my friend.
I will never understand how these things tie.
If only you could go back to yesterday.
We could have asked them for an ID.
We could have installed security cameras to take everybody's pictures.
We could have taken fingerprints and DNA samples. But we can't go back to yesterday, can we?
What we need is more plot tokens.
You mean like the arrival of Lou the UPS guy?
Lou, I'm so glad to see you. Have you delivered a copy of the decree to every household in the kingdom?
If he has, then we might as well end this play and go home.
Actually, Your Majesty, I still have 2 households to visit on the far outskirts of the kingdom.
So there's still hope?
Actually, Your Majesty, no, there isn't. The 2 households belong to the evil family and the cruel family. So you see...
Never mind that, Lou. Be off.
But it's going to rain.
Remember, Lou, neither rain nor snow.
I thought that was the postal service.
I've been open for the secret that I've kept for many years. Now the time has come for me to reveal that no. May I speak?
No.
I beg your pardon?
No, you may not speak. There is still a lot of show to go, and you know as well as I know what the old lady with the secret doesn't come into the last scene. Now be off. Sorry about that, folks. Now let's peep in on Cinderella, shall we?
Come on, you're coming to the wedding.
How many times have I told you to wash the dark clothes separately? Our tennis skirts are not supposed to be pink.
I'm sorry, stepmother.
We can't possibly go to the country club now, Mother.
We'd be the laughingstock of the kingdom. That's the idea.
Very well. While Ethel, Esmeralda, and I go shopping for new tennis clothes, I want you to rewire the kitchen.
And build a retaining wall in the garden.
And put a new roof in the garage. Sounds like a suitor has come calling. I wonder which one of us could be for. Come in.
I have a degree addressed to occupant.
I'll take it. I'm an occupant.
I did an occupant longer than you have. I'll take that. If you look closely, it's addressed to cruel occupant, that's me. Hear ye, hear ye. All persons in the kingdom under 19 years of age are commanded to wait upon the prince and the princess in their palace ASAP. Please bring baseball socks and stockings.
I knew the prince would invite us back.
He ignored you all evening. He must be hiding from me. Now, girls, we're off to the palace. One of you will be married by nightfall. You stay here and do your chores, Cinderella. You don't really think the prince wants to see you.
I'm sorry, stepfather. I thought you'd deduct the cost of anything you use to be cruel.
I'm evil, I keep telling you. The boys are cruel. Do you know what the Royal Revenue Service is going to do to me because of your blunder?
I was sort of hoping for jail time.
Let's lock him in the closet for a few days, Father. No, let's make him sleep on the roof in the rain.
I have a scroll here for the evil household.
See, at least he knows I'm evil. What are you waiting for, a tip?
I'll just be going there.
What's it say, Father?
Well, perhaps you'll let Mortimer read it. He needs to practice.
Hear ye, all persons in the kingdom under 19 years of age are commanded to wait upon the prince and princess in the palace ASAP. Please bring your own socks and stockings. I'm not sure I have any stockings.
I knew it, I knew it. The princess is in love with one of my boys.
It has to be me, Father. She must admire the way I strike out with such grace and punch. I'm sure it's me. She must have seen the noble way I dropped all of those fly balls.
Now, boys, there's no point in arguing. We must go to the palace and see which one of you the princess favors. You stay here, Bob. I want those taxes redone by the time I get back.
Yeah, and after that you can alphabetize my slug collection. And I want you to wash all the windows. I don't do windows! Two more subjects to try on the slipper, Your Majesty, and two to try on the sneaker.
Show them in, ladies first.
None of them are ladies.
Oh, great King Roger, I thank you for this honor. I am not worthy to fasten the laces of your shoes.
They do need tying if you wouldn't mind.
If you'll step this way, please, we'd like you to try the glass slipper.
I really don't look good in glass. You wouldn't have anything in fur, would you? Either tiger or leopard would be perfect.
You misunderstood, Miss Ethel. The prince will marry any young lady who possesses a foot into that slipper.
I'll try it on. Let me through.
My big toe fits perfectly. I fear achieving, I'm afraid, just like everyone else's.
My feet have always been smaller than hers. Let me try. I can fit 2 toes.
I'm sorry. The prince says that your whole foot must fit in.
That's impossible. Nobody's feet are that small.
You may go, ladies. Are my shoes tied?
Yes, Your Majesty, but surely my daughter. He said you may go. Now be off. I failed! I suppose. Now I will never find my one true love.
You seem a bit dramatic. Greetings, Your Majesties. I brought my boys way too fast. Step this way, gentlemen. I said, step this way.
Sorry, sir. No one ever called us gentlemen. We thought we were talking to someone else. We would like you to try on the sneaker. The prince wants us to be on his baseball team. That's even better than marrying the princess. Give me that sneaker. This sneaker's huge. Are you sure you're both my sneakers?
Maybe your brother should try.
Yeah, you always had the tiny feet anyway.
How about one of them marrying the princess?
I'd rather marry a troll.
I know a couple of very attractive trolls. I can leave you a number.
He said you may go. Now be off, all of you.
Who are you?
If it please, Your Majesty, but I am an old woman with a dark secret that will shed light to the problems of the prince and princess.
How can a dark secret shed light?
Begging Your Majesty's pardon, but it's common knowledge that dark secrets lying in old ladies must not be revealed until the final scene, and we still have how many more scenes are left?
One more scene.
One more scene.
Well then, let's get on with it.
Hello, who are you, and why are you walking in the forest?
My name is Cinderella. I want to read for my cruel stepmother, and I'm trying to get to the royal palace to beg protection of the king. There wasn't a bus for hours, so I thought I'd walk.
That's a funny coincidence. I'm running away from my evil stepfather, and I'm walking to the palace as well.
Do I know you from somewhere? You look awfully familiar.
Yeah, whenever I look at you, I feel like I'm looking into a mirror.
Exactly, except, of course, your hair is shorter, you're not wearing a dress, and your eyes are a different color.
And your feet are a bit smaller than mine.
My goodness, I've never seen such big feet in my life.
I get that a lot. Shall we walk together?
Why not?
Well, I guess there's no point in keeping these. They'll only remind us of our misery. I thought fairy tales were supposed to end in, and they lived happily ever after. I guess even in fairy tales, there are exceptions to the rules. Shall we?
Percy, Petunia, time for dinner.
Coming, Mother!
My foot is killing me. I don't know where I lost my shoe, but I walked halfway across the kingdom in one sneaker.
Well, try walking across the kingdom in a shoe made of glass.
You mean a shoe like that?
My missing slipper. Now that's a big shoe.
Where?
That sneaker right there. I'd like to see the foot that could fit into that thing.
See it? You've been walking right next to it all afternoon.
Come on, let's get to the kingdom. My feet are feeling better already.
I'm sorry, Mother. I am just far too depressed to have 6 helpings of dessert tonight. 2 bakers at the gate, Your Majesty, begging the king's protection.
Show them in.
Begging your majesty's pardon, but we are both,
Orphans.
yes, we are both orphans seeking safe lodging.
Do you see what I see? Your Majesty's, the shoes! I know, they keep coming untied.
Not your shoes, Roger. Those shoes.
Your foot fits the glass slipper perfectly, and your foot completely fills the muddy sneaker.
That hardly comes as a surprise. These are our shoes.
My angel, my hero!
My shoelaces!
Hold it. Stop the show.
Wait, what's going on?
As you can see, there are a lot of kids in the audience today, so could we just skip all the joyful reunion and get on with the show?
What's wrong with the joyful reunion?
You know, the kissing.
Yes, I guess it would be best just to skip to the wedding. You will marry me, won't you?
And you'll marry me?
Of course we will!
Okay.
secret?
Years ago, I was a young nursemaid for a beautiful woman and her handsome husband. The woman bore two twin babies, one boy, one girl. Before the children could even walk, the parents were carried off by wild beasts and I was forced to separate the babes to the care of cruel and evil step-parents.
Does this story have a point? Because we're trying to have a wedding here.
That was many years ago, but I could still recognize those twins anywhere, for she had the tiniest feet of any child I've ever seen, and he had the largest.
You mean?
Yes, that's right. Bob and Cinderella are those long-lost twins.
Sister!
Brother!
So that means my sister will now be my sister-in-law. And my brother will be my brother-in-law. Who'd have believed it?
I did it!
Well, that ties up all the loose ends very nicely, doesn't it?
Ago I saw you, I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found her, she's an angel with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen, and I like it so well that for all I can tell I may never come down again.